I think non-adjustable workout benches should be burned.
You think so? Like flat benches are just flat benches are no good.
So if you had to choose, you walk into Walmart or you walk into some kind of fitness factory that sells equipment, why would you now produce flat benches that cannot adjust compared to having an adjustable bench? Why?
Tax purposes. No. Welcome to the Movement Hub podcast. I'm your host, Josh.
And I'm your host, Manny.
And here we talk about all things, everything, anywhere, all at once. Fitness, nutrition,
recent events,
current events, what's going on in the world, finances, taxes, all that. Sports, yes, relationships. We're here for it, and we're here for you guys. So, bit of a break, not bad. We're doing some things. It's the summer. It's official.
Unofficial.
Sure. Memorial Day is usually when, that's the unofficial start of the summer.
Mm-hmm.
People do the Murph exercise.
Did you do it?
Yes. We actually did the Murph here in this loft.
Oh, wow.
Right here. In the Movement Hub studios, we did the Murph. Me and Haley did the Murph.
We did.
For some people who don't know what the Murph is, explain it.
The Murph is based off of, I think he was in the Army. He was
some Marine or someone in the
shit, he was a sailor. Sorry. I apologize for those that serve.
Somebody who was in the military.
So he died in battle, and an organization decided to dedicate it towards him.
Yeah.
And
it's a thorough workout. It starts with 1 mile.
Yeah, so you start off running a mile. You have to split up these three things. It's 300 squats, 200 push-ups, 100 pull-ups, in quotation marks for those that can't see me. And then
end in a mile.
And then you end it off in a mile.
Oh, and ideally, because of Murph, you do it with a weighted vest as to emulate the weight you're carrying while being a soldier.
The traditional way is, according to legend, I'm not sure, I can't confirm this, but this was Lieutenant Murphy's. This was his favorite workout he liked to do, and he did it with a 20-pound vest. So historically, we've been doing it for a while, and at our gym at IPA, we adopted it, and we put a little spin on it on our own ways.
Cool.
So yeah, so we had that.
I have yet to do the Murph myself, so I'd have to do it someday.
You can do it right now.
Maybe on the next episode.
All right.
All right, Manny, how was your week?
I finally resurrected. My legs are good and back to normal after doing my first half marathon.
Nice.
I know it's not much, but it's honest work.
Yes.
And it was a crazy story. Honestly, building up to it, I had my eyes on 9-minute mile pace, which would have finished me at around 2 hours, I believe. And then come race day, when we were all in our corrals, so for people who don't know what corrals are, it's basically sections that are in sections. I couldn't find my pacer. So I was on, the pacer that I was looking for was in the second wave, and I honestly just didn't want to wait for the pacer, so I bumped it all the way up to the 8-minute mile pacers.
Adapt, overcome, endure. Good job.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then 6 miles in, I was doing better than I thought, and I branched off, and I finished off with a 7:45-minute pace.
Nice.
I believe it was an hour and 42 minutes and some change. So
an hour,
2 hours.
and,
Nice.
and a minute 15 faster than you gave your own expectations.
18 minutes faster, actually.
Look at that.
I wanted to finish in 2, but I finished it in 1:42.
Nice.
Nice.
Now, the question is, you finished the half. Would you ever do a full?
That's the only reason why I'm doing the half, is because I'm prepping for the full, but thankfully the full is not coming until next year, November, which is
November 2025.
2025.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so It's kind of
Got some time.
That's like 16 months, so I got a lot of time.
But we have something coming up this weekend.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's the High Rocks. If you haven't heard of the High Rocks, it's something like the way that I like to explain what the High Rocks is. It's a fitness event, something like the CrossFit Games, but less of putting barbells over your head.
Yes.
Yes.
No swimming.
It's
Is there swimming in the CrossFit Games?
Well, up now they
here's
put
the
full triathlon as part of the CrossFit Games.
the thing with the CrossFit Games is that you don't know what the events are going to be each year.
Right.
And the complete opposite of that is the High Rocks, which you know exactly what's going on.
Right.
It's the same 8 stations. It's the same kilometer run.
Same weights.
Same weights. But the only variability is the location and where you're going to go and do it. So this Saturday, June 1st, in New York City proper, Pier 76 in Midtown West Manhattan.
Right along the Hudson River.
Yeah.
That's right, the greatest river of all
The
rivers.
cleanest river.
That's not, I didn't say that, but
You know why pizza is so good in New York City? It's because of the Hudson River water.
you're not wrong. You can't find a better bagel or pizza anywhere else in this country.
There you go.
So
anyway, that's happening this weekend. and
I'm very curious. We will do a follow-up on our next episode and see if Manny survived. If it's just me, then it's fine.
yeah,
All right.
I'm probably in the hospital somewhere.
Fun fact for the people watching, Manny's doing the full High Rocks. Josh, who's been training a team out of his gym, might have to fill in for someone in his team that is currently injured. So we might see both our hosts participate in High Rocks this weekend.
I'm like staying in the WCW, coming out of the rafters. Just I have to fill
Suit
in.
up, gang.
Yeah, suit up. Time to suit up and get ready. I did a 2K run earlier today, so worst case scenarios, I'll just jump in there. What's the worst that can happen, right?
So 2K run is it's almost a mile, right?
Mile and some change.
Miles and some change.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right,
1.2.
right,
1.2 miles.
got it. Nice.
So
And
yeah,
how'd you feel?
it sucked.
Yeah.
I hate running. Like, what do you want me to say? Like, I hate running, but here's the thing in fitness, and this is a good thing to follow, is like, you got to do things that make you feel uncomfortable.
Right.
You got to do the things that you don't want to do. And not say you got to explore it, but just like dabble in it in a little bit. You got to do the things that are uncomfortable.
And why?
Because. Oh, you want to? No, like. I think we discussed this. I think we discussed this 2 episodes ago. Like, why do we choose the hard things? I think it's the things that just give us meaning.
Yep.
And it's floating rock. You know, it's just like, hey, there is and I'm sure you've heard of the runner's high. Have you felt the runner's high?
Yeah, but right at the tail end of the race. So,
Oh,
yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a weird time to
It's
have
a
it.
silver
very
lining.
Weird. It was very weird.
There is a sense of accomplishment, and then everyone gets a medal. It's a little piece of plastic. It doesn't mean much, but it tells you about your journey that you've done. People that do martial arts tournaments, people that do mud races,
People who go to college.
Yeah.
Sure.
You get this little piece of paper that says, hey, you completed all the classes that we told you to complete. And now
You're paying debt until your 60s.
there you go.
There you go.
Unless you get loan forgiveness.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Anybody benefit from that here?
No.
Okay. Yeah. My college was basically lifting weights, so no.
Yeah. I belong to the Church of Gains. So that's where we belong, and that's what we're here to talk about.
Speaking of the Church of Gains.
Yes.
Now, if you could do it all over again, buy a new place, you got a nice, let's just say 15 by 15 square foot room in order to put the most complete gym in that space, but you can only choose 5 pieces of equipment. What would that be for you to train there for the rest of your life?
Funny you say that. I actually have the perfect gym, but let's play this hypothetical situation, this scenario.
Okay.
So we're going to give Each of us are going to give 5 different things that we would include to be our complete perfect gym that we have. Pieces of equipment, pieces of strength, cardio machines, whatever it could be. I'm very curious to hear what everybody's answers are.
Okay.
So we're going to choose.
We'll go one by one.
One by one. We'll go around the room. And at the end, we're going to eliminate one from each person.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to go one by one. We're going to choose one piece of equipment, explain why we're going to be choosing that piece of equipment.
Very good.
After we have all 5, we look at the list of the opposing person. We take it out and put our recommendations of what could be better.
Okay. All right. Very good. Hey, would you like to start?
It's easy.
Okay. So,
An adjustable dumbbell set that goes all the way up to 90 pounds.
and a specific brand that you like.
Personally, I out of all my clients through the pandemic, I would say 90% of them got power blocks. And then that's when all these other different brands started to come out. So I believe it was only the Bowflex.
Bowflex. That's my
And
earliest memory. Yes.
The power blocks is the only 2 adjustable dumbbell sets that I was aware of at the time. But right when the pandemic hit, like a little bit after, I'm going to say like maybe 6 months, that's when every single company started coming up with their own. So to answer your question, power blocks is all I have on mind.
Very good. I like that choice. I that might be or might not be one of my choices that I choose. There are a couple. There's a wild west of adjustable dumbbells coming out right now. I think Rep has some awesome ones. Newell Bells are good.
Newell Bells.
Facebook Marketplace, fantastic.
There you go. But Newell Bells are quite expensive, aren't they? They're more like the luxury adjustable dumbbell sets.
They are like creme de la creme. If you are looking for something high end, those would definitely be one.
Right.
All right.
What are the
cool.
advantages of both to the people that are listening?
I can tell you the disadvantages of the power blocks is how tedious it can be adjusting the weight.
It's not the easiest.
Yeah.
And it's also blocky. Sometimes your hand goes into a cage.
Yep.
It doesn't feel like a dumbbell, whereas a Newell Bell does. It looks like a dumbbell.
Exactly like a dumbbell.
That's what I say.
I have to say though, the power blocks do feel a little more sturdy. Like I have, unless you're really just dropping it as if you were to drop a really heavy
Power
dumbbell.
blocks are most resilient. I would say.
They seem very sturdy coming off of the rack. But I'm assuming like all adjustable dumbbells, if you throw that thing on the ground, goodbye. That thing is just gonna fall apart.
Take care of your equipment.
I had a experience with the Bowflex. It feels weird. It's like with the weight distribution.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels off.
All right.
Cool. So that's my number one to pick was adjustable dumbbells.
My number one pick. I mean, this is not going to be shocking.
I'm waiting for it.
Yes, but it's not. I'm going to be specific in my choice. It will be a pair.
Oh, so that's 2.
It's 2 of the same thing. It will be a pair of 20-kilo kettlebells.
Okay, fair.
As one piece. I'm not getting the full set. I'm just getting a pair of 20 kilos as my choice.
Why not 12s, 16s, 24s, 32s?
I think there's a lot you could do. When it comes to strength, you're going to use other options like the barbell, like a dumbbell, because they have ability to change in I'm choosing the wrong words. I was about to say affirmative action.
We welcome to the Movement Hub podcast.
No, keep that one. Progressive overload.
Progressive
overload. I confused the two. Sorry.
Okay.
It is Thursday.
Yeah, it is Thursday. It's throwing us off.
Yeah,
the moons is different today.
Here we go.
But a pair of 20s is like solid for a lot of kettlebell complexes, kettlebell chains, and I feel like men and women are able to use it, and you can bang some stuff out. Double kettlebell work with 20 kilos is fantastic work. They're 44 pounds each, and there's a lot of stuff you could do with that. You could do swing snatches, high volume, get-ups, presses. squats, lunges, and I think like I don't care how strong you are, pair of 20 is gonna get you like lot of bang for your buck. 80-20 rule, you'll get a lot from this.
Yeah. I agree with you on this one. The kettlebell set that I picked up during the pandemic was a pair of 12s, a pair of 16s, a pair of 20s, off pair of 24s, meaning two different brands, and then 128, 132. But I think the most of the kettlebells that I've used, or the options of kettlebells that I used the most were the 16s and the 20s. So if I had to choose just one, I would agree. I would probably choose a 20 kg because you can just use one or you can use double. I think if it's 24 kg, 32 kg,
Starts to get like
doing double on any of that
it's a
would be
beast
bit
on
tough.
its own.
Yeah.
It becomes So, producer Haley.
Cool.
Boy. We're starting with weight like equipment or just like the first thing that pops into my mind? Like what am I putting in the
Any piece that you're setting up your perfect gym.
Mhm.
We're doing. We'll do three
Three
pieces of equipment.
equipment. There you go.
I will circle back to the strength stuff, but I will say of the cardio equipment, I would
Ooh.
put a rower.
A rower.
Rower. Wow.
Rower.
You're doing resistance with your arms, but also just the action of moving your legs, I think. And also if you have any injuries or I feel like it's of the cardio machines, for me, it feels like the friendliest to use. It's lower impact, I feel like. And also, yeah, you are both moving your legs and your arms at the same time.
Pair. Cool. I totally forgot about cardio equipment.
Yeah.
But since now producer Haley mentioned the cardio equipment, I would choose the assault bike.
Yes.
Doesn't really matter
Does
what
it matter
brand.
an assault bike or the echo bike or a bike erg?
I would probably choose the assault bike over the echo bike. I've experienced both, and the echo bike just seems so stocky. And
It is.
so
It's
big.
It's dense.
And that fan is just, it's very discouraging because if you're using an assault bike versus an echo bike and you try to get 50 calories, you get two totally different
numbers.
times.
They're definitely both. They're different equipments for sure.
So my second option would be the assault bike.
Solid choice. I have fun. I don't know if fun is the right word, but memories with the assault bike. I've had a lot of good results with the assault bike. I think it's fantastic. I do feel that the assault bike can get a little janky, needs more maintenance, I would say, compared to the Echo bike. Also, for the Echo bike, you get a wind guard. If you see that, the wind guard right in front of you protects you from...
We actually have a wind guard for the assault bike too.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
Well, there you go.
Yeah, you just have to go on the website.
Facebook Marketplace, guys, I'm telling you, like, find someone you'll definitely find an Echo bike somewhere.
Somebody who was hopeful enough to use it to its most and to its best capabilities, but has not used it as much as they wanted to.
Yeah, now it's just a coat hanger.
The pandemic is like, it was a wild time and everyone freaked out, so they hoarded all this gym equipment. Some had really good intentions, but life came back. And so good choice, solid choice. Echo assault bike, sorry.
Yep. And choice number two.
Choice number two. Now, these are both solid. The rowers, I would have the assault bike, but they would not be in my top three. My cardio movement would have been just the pair of 20 kilo kettlebells.
Yeah, okay.
That's for if I had three options to choose from.
Okay.
But my second one should be no surprise. It's a thing that is so to my core of the foundation of like my training, my clients, what I put them through. It's the barbell. It's a representative of progressive overload. I gotta stop saying it for a minute of action. It is the barbell with weights. It is a good old standard barbell. I think the barbell is fantastic. It's the best way to load. There's so many things you could do with it. pressing, pulling, deadlift, squats, lunges,
Landmines.
rows. You could attach it to a landmine.
Nope, you can't have that attachment. So you got to put it
You
against
put
the
it
corner.
in a corner of a room, and you just hope you don't ruin your door.
And that's why you put a lot of towels on there.
Yeah, exactly. So you can do landmines with it.
So in consideration that you are choosing the barbell, it comes as a package deal with 2 45s, 2 25s, 2 10s, and 2 5s, right?
Yes.
There you go. So it's a
I
package
mean,
deal.
like if you had only 3 options to choose from, obviously you don't want to be stingy with all the weight. But yeah, I think like anything that goes up to 330 pounds, I think is strong enough. I think that's the way I feel. So, yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Producer Haley.
I would say my perfect gym would have a cable machine. Now, I don't know what to call it. The one where like you could adjust it from top, like you could adjust where it's the direction of the
The lat pull down low row. Like it could be a pull down. It
could be pulled down. It could be like a low row. It
yeah.
could be in the middle.
Yes, correct. The slidey ones.
It's like a cable pulley system.
Yeah, like a cable
basically.
pulley
Yeah.
system. Like we just could do so much with. It's you don't have to buy everything separate. All the weights are there. You could just switch up the handles. You can do like single arm, lower arm, full body, everything in like one shot.
Mm-hmm.
That would be my weight. Like you guys were talking about barbell, kettlebells, adjustable dumbbells. That would be in my ideal gym, a cable pulley system.
Very good.
That's perfect.
I have no disagreements. Like prior to moving into this loft, like we in IPA, we didn't have a cable pulley system, and it's one of these things I miss when I did like bro splits, when I did like bodybuilding, fluff and buff exercises. I'd like to do some cable curls, like to do some rope pull downs. I think those are fantastic.
You agreed?
Yeah.
Yep.
Go ahead, Manny.
That was my Haley stole it right out of me.
You
That
would
would be
choose
my-
a cable pulley system.
I
also.
would. Yes. It has to be a double cable pulley system.
To do your
though.
chest flies,
There
obviously.
you go,
To do
baby.
your crossover lat
There,
raises.
there you go.
Okay.
To do the 2-arm bicep curls. There you go. That's how it is. Yes. So
Alternating.
there you go.
arm.
Yeah,
Where
there
you
you
have
go.
to look at your bicep.
There
when
you go.
Okay.
But if I couldn't choose that because producer Haley
it's
already
fine,
chose
it's
it,
fine to choose
I think that majority of the exercises that you can do on a cable can also be done with dumbbells. But in consideration to doing, let's say, lateral motions, you do have to just do adjustments with body positioning. So hypothetically speaking, let's say you're doing a payloft press on a cable system, right? You can do it standing because if you're doing it from a cable, the cable is pulling you laterally or
Right.
from the side. So if you want to mimic something like that, you would just have to go onto your side, utilize gravity, and then do like a payloft push motion with your arms with the dumbbells if you have them. So yeah, so let's just break it down again. What I have so far, I have adjustable dumbbells
Adjustable dumbbells.
and then a salt bike.
Salt bike.
And then I think number 3 would be,
A double cable pulley system.
there you go,
right.
a double cable pulley system. So I'm sticking with that.
All right.
Cool.
My last one.
Oh. So you got kettlebells,
Kettlebells.
double kettlebells, 20 kg. And you have
Barbell with a weight set.
a barbell with the weight set.
Now, my third one is so minimal. It's, they have this in the gym, and I swear every time I go to a gym, it's just not being utilized as much. I feel it like, people use it like as a coat rack. But
what do you think it is, producer Haley?
That I don't know. I definitely knew the kettlebell and the barbell was there.
They use
That was
it
gonna
as a
be-
coat rack.
so there are 3 things that are major factors in strength and conditioning: kettlebells, barbells, and what would be the third one?
Recumbent bikes.
No. A step ladder. No, it would be that piece of equipment. They call it the captain's chair or the Roman's chair that has a pull-up attachment and a dip attachment.
Yeah, they call it a Roman's chair.
A Roman's chair?
No, that's a question. Did you just call it
I
a
don't have an
Roman's chair?
answer.
Got it.
I from what I understand, it might be called. Someone correct me in the comments.
Comment section below. 'Cause obviously, you guys
nice. Say it nice. But I think it's a captain's chair.
Captain's chair. So you can do pull-ups.
So
dips,
you could do
leg raises.
Yes, you could do leg raises, which it's not what I utilize it for. I think pull-ups, chin-ups, and if it has the ability to have at an angle that you could do neutral grip.
Okay.
I think that those are fantastic. You could change the grip, and you're able to do dips. And I think dips, pull-ups are just fantastic. I think dips and pull-ups should be a component of everyone's strength and conditioning program, no matter what sport you're in, no matter if you're a marathon runner or if you're a sumo wrestler. I think they should be included, and that would be my piece of equipment that I would have in my perfect gym.
Nice.
Nice.
Never saw that third one come in.
Really?
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
What were you guys thinking it was going to be?
I honestly don't know. I
Yeah.
could have gone anywhere. I thought you
Yeah.
were gonna throw knowing you,
It's a sled.
like a random piece of equipment, like a belt squat machine. I'd be like, what? No.
Cool.
Belt squat is a luxury. I wouldn't call it like
Yeah.
the main three
it's
things
not
I would put.
Yeah.
Right, that's a multi-encompassing type piece of equipment.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, me, my third actually would overlap with Josh with the kettlebell because of the fact that you can do cardio, you could do progressive overload, you can do, as far as weight goes, yeah, you could do press, squats, everything with it. Core work. I kind of pretty much it. Like if I had to narrow down what only three things out, if we were to, God forbid, lock down again, and I was like, all right, I need to work out.
Oh boy.
I could go, I could do some work with some kettlebells.
PTSD
cable-
is like
a
going
cable
through-
machine,
Please no.
and
please
a
no.
rower.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think if it's for if I had to narrow it down for three, those are the things I wish I had in 2020.
Would you get an adjustable kettlebell?
No,
Okay.
Those are horrible.
they are absolutely horrible.
I don't think the science is there. I don't think anyone has done a bang up job. And then, sorry, like I understand you guys are trying. I'm a purist at heart, so I would never get them.
That's what I said about dumbbells before. Who?
Let's fast forward in 20 years and see what I
will
got.
say because of the way it's shaped and how it's configured. The three of us that have done like hard style kettlebell like certs, it's very awkward to do some of the movements with an adjustable kettlebell because of how it's shaped.
Yes. Agreed.
Yeah.
You want to do one more? You want to do a fourth one so we have options that we can eliminate?
Cool.
Let's do a fourth one.
I'll go first again.
Oh, okay. Man,
A workout bench.
just a bench.
Just a bench.
Just a good old...
Go to bench. Where am I going to do chest supported rows from? Where am I going to do my incline dumbbell presses from? How am I going to do my single arm cable rows standing with the chest support on?
How are you going to sit down after you killed yourself from the assault bike?
Boom, there you go. So you guys got no benches. I don't know what you guys do, but that's my setup right now.
I'm not mad at it because, hey, one of my favorite exercises is the bench press.
There you go.
And without a bench, I can't press.
You can do a
Floor.
good luck trying to get that up without. Josh has no squat rack, so you cannot even.
I didn't say squat rack. You're
Yeah,
right.
so
That's
Yeah.
not one of my options.
There is no.
He just has a barbell.
just a barbell.
He is going to have
Saddle
to
barbell.
Olympic lift everything off the floor.
So he's gonna have to.
Like-
he's gonna have to clean it and then rock back and then do presses.
Like our ancestors have done before squat racks were invented.
There you go. Okay, so that's my number 4. I think it was pretty easy. A workout bench.
A workout bench.
An adjustable workout bench.
Adjustable workout bench.
I think non-adjustable workout benches should be burned.
You think so? Like flat benches are
It's-
just flat benches are no good.
So if you had to choose, you walk into Walmart or you walk into some kind of fitness factory that sells equipment, why would you now produce flat benches that cannot adjust compared to having an adjustable bench? Why?
Tax purposes.
Okay.
No. Well, the price point is definitely less. So you get a nice,
yeah,
really good,
but let's say you're paying $30, $40, $50 more.
it's not like some of these like adjustable benches, like from the major brands like Rep and Rogue,
Okay.
is like a $400 difference between
No way.
an adjustable compared to a flat.
We didn't talk about any budgets here, buddy. We just said piece of equipment.
You're not wrong,
Like
but,
that.
but I'm telling you,
we
why
got
somebody
we
would
got
do
the
it.
money,
Like,
baby.
I honestly haven't been doing incline bench. I haven't been doing chest supported rows. That's probably a new thing in my training style for like 2022. Like I've just been doing more incline benches as of recently. I've been doing chest supported rows as of recently because I feel like my training style has evolved to include those things. So, we added 2 more incline benches at IPA. Prior to that, we only had 1.
There you go.
So, yes.
Perfect. So what's your fourth piece of
My
equipment?
4th piece of equipment. Okay. Now, I'm not going to say sled. I would love to say sled. But if you did have a sled, that means you will have to have a turf, and those are 2 separate pieces of equipment.
Unless you have like the one on wheels.
The one on wheels,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a cart at that point.
Yeah. You might as well just use the plates and attach like a rope or something and pull it across the room.
Yeah, that's true.
Basically.
Okay, so what's the number 4?
Number 4. I'm gonna say this. Like, I like your choices on us. I'm gonna complete this. The cardio machines.
Oh, there you go.
I will say, we don't have it here. We used to have it in our old gym.
I'm gonna assume this is a VersaClimber.
It is a VersaClimber.
Yeah.
I think the VersaClimber is. I hate it.
A lot of people do.
A lot of people do, and it's very bulky. It takes up a lot of footprint. It's kind of overpriced, but I think it's kind of fantastic in its benefits. I think there's a lot of things that you're able to do. It puts you in a weird angle, and in a weird way, it's kind of functional.
Mm-hmm. The way that I learned of how different a VersaClimber is that we have a lot of these different pieces of equipment that moves you forward and back. So on your sagittal plane, none of these cardio equipment are really on your frontal plane. So the way that I was convinced that the VersaClimber is probably the king of all exercise machines because all the other exercise cardio equipment does not provide you is the plane of motion. Like moving like a salamander, right? So you're moving up and down in your frontal plane, which does not provide you with other pieces of equipment.
Right.
That's why the VersaClimber, I think, is a really knock out of the park. But it's also one of those things where you're just like this for however long you're training. Same thing like the bike.
What's fantastic, if you ever find a VersaClimber in any gym, anywhere, you will find that no one will use it.
Nope.
It's funny because this is like, it's like the reverse hyper, the Louis Simmons invention. Nobody knows how to use it.
Yep.
So what is it? They just put your, here's my Starbucks coffee right there. People put their jacket.
Jackets, mostly jackets.
It's where you store jackets. VersaClimbers is just a place you just hang on and just talk to like somebody at the gym.
Yeah, or somebody will go on the VersaClimber and do this like 3 times and like, oh, cool.
Oh, it's cool.
And then walk away.
I'm never gonna do this again. It's like I chose it because it sucks, and it's challenging, and it's just not part of the norm. I don't think anybody will, in their right mind, will choose to get it. But I will if we had more space, I would get a solid VersaClimber.
Cool. All right. Producer Haley, last one. So let's do a recap of what Haley has right now. She has kettlebells.
Yeah.
She has a cable pulley system. And she has a barbell.
She has a rower.
Rower, sorry. No barbell. She's a rower. So number 4.
All right, forgive me for not knowing the name. Kind of having a brain fart right now. Is it called the
GHR.
Ham raise, like a back extension.
that? But then, like, isn't there an alternative one where you could also do ab work on?
You just flip your body.
Yeah, that.
Gotcha.
It looks like an adjustable bench, right?
Kinda, not really. It looks like
So you're saying like a glute ham drive, but you facing.
so instead
other
of
way,
doing like
do
exactly.
some
Yeah.
crunches and
So
whatnot.
you could do you can do your glute work, but you could also do your core work.
You can do hamstrings on
You
it
could
too.
hamstring.
That's what
Yes.
you okay. Why would you choose that?
I mean, again, hypothetically, my mind is if I was in 2020, I'm not saying we have another lockdown. I'm saying if it was in 2020, that would be something that I would think if I had the opportunity to buy and do like a home gym, I would add that to mine because of the fact that it's like, oh, okay, here's something that has dual purposes.
Cool.
I like back extension machines, but I don't understand. Like, there's a lot of these certain gyms that belong in this the C word, that they love GHDs, GHRs, and I don't get it. I'm sorry. Like, it's just it didn't appeal to me. Like, there's a lot of things that you could have done. Just why don't you deadlift? You want to strengthen your posterior chains? Let's do some swings. Maybe do some good mornings, some RDLs. I just think there's a lot of things that's going to be better for you when it comes to posterior development. So it's again, it's not my thing. I think we transition into what we would remove from each person's list.
There you go.
So I think
That is what you would remove from mine.
I would have
yeah,
to.
I would
have to.
remove that
Okay.
too.
You would too.
I would
That's Manny's choice. Okay.
Yeah, I would.
I'm
too.
not against it. I like a back extension.
Yeah.
I think like if I had some of the room, I would include a back extension. I think it's fantastic for glute development.
Mm-hmm.
It's different than a GHD, but I wouldn't get a GHD.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So what would we remove out of Josh's
Oh, Versa.
Versa? I would do the kettlebells.
Oh, Manny's got this anti-kettlebell.
Just to make him
Oh
suffer.
my God.
The day that I see Josh working out without a kettlebell is the day that something has gone wrong
Who
with
hurt
the
you?
retrogate.
And why did he have kettlebells?
He hurt you with a kettlebell.
With a kettlebell.
Yeah, I hurt my back with the kettlebell.
like,
Okay,
geez.
that's the true story.
Oh, wow.
You had a mishap doing a get up.
Manny removed kettlebells from my list, but
Just
kept Haley's kettlebells, but removed Haley's glute ham.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, so what are we removing from Manny's list?
I got dumbbells, I got a bench, I got a cable pulley system, and I have an assault bike.
Okay. I would have to say, and I hate that I have to say it, I would have to remove the bench.
No problem.
I'd have to remove the bench. I
No
think bench
problem.
has a lot of utilities.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't choose dumbbells in mind, but I think dumbbells, adjustable dumbbells, especially, we just had some adjustable dumbbells here that go up to 80 pounds, and I love them so much.
Mm-hmm.
Cable pulley system has a sweet place in my heart, but the bench would have to go.
I agree.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
I love the bench, but all else fails, we'll do a floor press.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll do
You do a single arm row with your elbow supported on your thigh. You can do standing shoulder presses,
Yeah.
standing lateral raises,
Yeah.
standing alternating curls. So,
Very good. All right. So that was kind of fun. That was kind of cool.
okay.
So we all have our perfect gyms. So that's what we have. I think like we got most of it. I think the choices that we had, you could definitely get some awesome results from.
Agreed.
So anything else to add? No. Okay. All right. Good idea for those of you that are listening. Go ahead.
I have a question.
Oh, there's a question.
What is something you see in a stock gym that you think is completely unnecessary? while we're on this, like, we are segueing into what we would remove from each other's list. What would you remove that you think might be overrated in your average gym?
Other than GHRs, I think a lot of gyms are too overloaded with treadmills. I'm not against the treadmill. I like I like the curved treadmills.
Mm-hmm.
I think we got to get rid of ellipticals. Like, I think there's too many of them. It occupies space. It's overpriced. It's not going to get you to anything.
What would your alternative be for low impact?
More sleds, more turf, and more sleds. The price of what you're going to eliminate from ellipticals, you're going to get in turf area, and sleds. Give them, that's what I would say. I think like GHRs, ellipticals. I think like you got to get rid of a few treadmills, not all, but those would be my options.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Yeah, I have to say the same thing. I was actually thinking about removing Smith machines, but then again,
yes, get rid of Smith machines in America.
Yeah,
send them over to Sweden.
Yeah. But I think Smith machines are almost like saying having seated preacher curl machines. It's like one of those pieces of equipment that you can do with free weights, but for it to be dummy proof for some people, it's just easier to sit on something, look at what the legend says, do this, and that's it.
Like, as much as I agree, and as much like I've worked in gyms where I've seen trainers take people to the hammer strength stations, and these like seated cable machines, seated leg press, leg curls, and it's just very idiot proof, and they still take them to that. It does serve a purpose for a certain population, and I use it. If I'm going on a bodybuilding kick, those are some things that I will use.
It has to be there.
It has to be there. I think calf machines should get away. Get rid of them all.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, you could do them standing. You can do them single leg. You can do them seated and dumbbells on your thighs. But again, for purposes of just sitting down, doing the exercise, and getting out, I think those are very useful.
Which one are we talking?
The calf machines.
No, get rid of them.
Okay. Never mind.
Guys, you
just burn them.
You don't have the calves now. You never will.
Whoa.
Right? That's just facts. Here's my thing. You want to get better calves, you got to choose your parents better. Okay.
There you go.
So,
or just be born Filipino.
And
no, because not every Filipino has calves. You know who you are. I don't want to calf shame you. It's just we're from different parts of the island.
Okay, maybe that's our privilege because all three of us have the calves.
All right. Well, Manny's Hawaiian, so
there you go.
It's all that spam from his
exactly. Spam goes straight to your calves, guys.
That's what it is. Spam and pineapple.
Yeah, listen to the guy with the Aloha shirt here. Yeah,
hey, bruh.
Hey.
So,
what would you get rid of?
What will I get rid of
in a typical commercial gym?
In a typical commercial gym. Yeah, I would...
The staff. Get fired, those fuckers.
Oh my gosh. You know what? You're probably right. There's a couple of gyms that just have... I'm not here to shame anyone getting their hustle.
We're here for it.
Yeah, we're shaming you anyway.
But... And I was saying this to my doctor recently because she actually asked me she asked me, it's like, oh, like, what are you doing? Like, she mentioned something about like my health and like, oh, what do you like do? I was like, no, I do strength training. She asked me to come in and show her, she has a nonprofit. So she was like, hey, can you talk to some women about getting into picking up some weights? And I'm like, oh, okay, sure. Like that's cool. And the one thing that she said to me was, I think it would be great coming from a woman because a lot of the people that are part of her nonprofit that are, I'm guessing it's health related as a doctor, her nonprofit. She didn't give me that much details. Said that, this is no shade to you guys, a lot of male trainers have made them feel either intimidated or felt like somewhat bordering predatory.
I'm not gonna deny it.
Yeah. It's not me, but
Right,
I'm
no,
sure
but they are out there.
This is a topic for another day.
We will talk about this another day.
I definitely want to discuss like
predatory vibes.
just like red flags from trainers at the gym.
Boom.
And what are their names? All right, so that would be for
And
like,
what
that
company do they work
that
for?
would be in another. That would
Fire
be,
them.
That would be another episode. But yeah, like I will honestly say some of this stuff because you don't see form. You see like they are putting their clients through the ringer of like exercises. I'm just like, you're cringing if you see it and you know what's happening. You're like, why is this necessary for that 1 hour? And it's I don't know, it breaks my heart. There was even one time that I was messaging Josh one time before I moved to Jersey City that I was in a gym and I was doing kettlebell work. There was a trainer with his client next to me that every movement that I was doing, he was giving to his client in real time. So after I'm doing my set, that was the thing that he was telling his client to do right after.
Wow.
So what are the odds? Or, and the first time it happened, the same trainer, no problem. Another time that I was there, it happened again.
What do they say? Imitation is the most sincere form of flattery.
But what is your plan with your client then?
That's true. No, look. What?
Yeah.
We could discuss this. Like,
another day.
What is the percentage of people who just off the cuff, like they just
pick and choose?
Pick and choose. Mm-hmm. It's a workout, right? So whatever it is, they don't have a plan. Well, I get it. Yeah. So your piece of thing that you want to get rid of,
get rid of some of the people.
Get rid of
the shitty trainers. Yeah.
And that is the real answer.
Yep. I don't know why I was choosing gym equipment.
Yeah, just get rid of people. Addition by subtraction. That's really what it's all about here, guys.
Keep all the equipment. Fire the shitty workers.
Equipment never let me down.
Yeah, exactly.
They never lied to me.
Exactly. They don't have feelings either, so you don't have to get worried about getting fired by them.
You're not trying to like sell me like a 10 class. package.
There you go.
Creeps. All right. Well, that was great. So that's be on the lookout for that next episode, and that might be one of the things we talk about. Yeah. But for this weekend, we got the High Rocks coming up. Good luck, Manny. Good
luck, Josh.
Good luck, Josh.
Hey, I'm
put him in.
Have to.
Join me in Chicago in November. I will be there in Chicago. So
there you go.
Come through, fam.
Oh,
what?
No, that's it.
Yeah. So good luck. Just run fast and keep moving. That's all I can say. That's what the High Rocks is. Just keep moving. Don't walk.
Don't walk.
And don't die. Okay? Don't fall into the Hudson River.
Oh, God, no. I do recall in one episode you guys had a bet going about finishing High Rocks, and whoever was the loser goes in the Hudson River.
Jumps in the river, yes. But somebody forfeited, so...
That's how we mutate. All right.
And amazing.
Yeah.
That'll be all, folks. That's a wrap, and we'll see you on the next one.
Peace.
Nice.